He never understands. He's Makoto.
He really doesn't.
The poison must have been poured into the protein can. If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
So how would you do that?
Yeah, I was just wondering that.
How would you manage that?
I was just wondering that.
Absolutely, the contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. I mean, you're in a chem lab, there's probably beef.
Yeah, you probably should
But,
be.
like, just makes you think for a second. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison. Holy crap! All they had to do was wash her hand. Oh, what? Wash? Where did I get wash? I think was H. All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
Something at the scene.
A cup filled with water.
A Monokuma bottle. I got it. You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
Protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. This is the true cause of death. You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. Maybe she took it to try to help with the whole bleeding head wound thing. But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison, and I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures. For real? Who was it? Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
The evidence that shows who switched them. It must be what we found in front of the shelf.
Footprints in the powder.
Dun, dun, dun. I got it!
But whose feet?
The footprints were left behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt they're connected. What's more, the footprints were in front of the Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind. I don't understand why the bottle on the floor was broken.
Probably because they went to Section C to grab the poison. Spilled the bottle on their way out. And they went over to Section A.
That's what I guessed earlier, but like they haven't said it specifically.
Yeah.
They probably will. Given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
It was me.
I knew it. I knew it was.
The footprints. They're mine. Hina? If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
She fucking killed him!
But, question. Why would Hina kill Sakura?
I know why.
Why?
So that everyone else could die. Those violent killers.
Okay.
I don't know, we'll see. Either that or probably just because could be that Sakura was in pain and she just wanted her to die or something like that. There's no reason that she would have just did it, so there's clearly like a sentimental makes you go Then Ogre's killer was
Yep. I did it. I killed Sakura!
just as I suspected. Again, I kind of had it. She was actually one of the people that I was thinking, but I didn't want to believe it. No.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You're not sorry because my fan service gets killed off. Yours stays.
Damn straight.
The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are
Sneakers, huh? The only people who wear sneakers here are
Makoto and Leon.
Byakuya clearly wears sneakers.
I got it. Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya, that explains why you...
These footprints must be... Makoto, are they yours?
No!
Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself. If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility. Just Hina!
Just Hina.
Just Hina!
Just Hina.
Just Hina! Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? I know. This whole time you've been focusing on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just, the two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim and she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Hina, is it true?
I do have to admit, I'm sad that she's gone, but what a fucking twist.
Yeah.
Like, that was a good scheme.
That was a good scheme.
Scheme!
Did you really kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that? I found her there in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poison mixture.
And then she downed it all at once. And then... Hold it. I'm not convinced.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent and defeating them. Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves. Raise his hand. Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some guided sentimentalism.
Misguided.
Misguided?
You said guided sentimentalism.
Some misguided sentimentalism.
I'm perfectly guided in my sentimentalism.
But there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced. Are you talking about the locked room problem? Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create the locked room? Well, that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything? No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Yeah. Surely you're not. Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Wait, what? Wait, shit, really? Yes!
I was waiting for it.
Yo, okay, now I'm fucking out of it. Impossible. She switched out the mixture. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that?
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 Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit? My dick in your mom!
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious, too easy. He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you. I was just nervous, so I didn't notice I'd left a footprint. You didn't notice?
Hina just wanted to die. That's it.
Did she want to die, or did
No.
she want everyone else to die?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do? Listen, Hina, could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein. How come? That doesn't matter. Hina, please, I'd like to know too.
What if Hina didn't actually switch it? What if
You did.
Hina's a girl?
My God.
Oh my god.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina was the culprit. There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it. Except Byakuya, who seems really quick to point it out.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab. Well, right away I went to section C and got the poison. And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf? Yeah, when I opened the bottle I dropped it like an idiot. I see. Okay then, go on. So then I moved to section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out, and that's it. That story you just told
Was awful.
was awful. First you went to section C to get the poison, then moved to section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from section C to section A. Do I have that correct?
But the footprints don't lead from C to A. They only to A.
Yeah, but if that's true, isn't that a little strange?
Yeah, I mean, the desk is over there. And the bottle's not broken.
Bottle's not broken. Can you repeat that series of events one more time? What's wrong with it, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
Listen, I'll silence you later.
Oh.
It's Big Mac.
Yeah, his name was moved by Big Mac.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
How long? Until we figure it out. Until I uncover the whole truth of this case.
Wub wub wub. Here we go. Footprints in the powder. Clearly you might bullet.
Yes.
No.
First I went to section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
Easy.
Easy. And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Right.
Yeah, when I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it. Okay, and then? I moved from section C to section A. No, that's wrong! Surewa
Sore ass Ninjago.
That's good attempt. Good attempt.
You said you went to get the poison in section C, and that's where you spilled the powder, right? Yeah, what about it? And after that, you said you moved from section C to section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from section C to section A. That contradicts what you just said. Or...
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements.
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said? I was just nervous, so I didn't notice I left a footprint. Or several footprints. Ah!
I knew it! You innocent girl.
She is.
I didn't actually know it.
You
but
thought
I was
she
just,
was guilty.
I thought she was dead.
You thought she was dead.
I thought she was dead for sure. What the... Hina? What is the meaning of this?
But the question is then, if she didn't kill Sakura, who the
That
fuck killed
I'm
Sakura?
honestly at a loss of words for that. I don't really know at this point. This is kind of like the Mondo one. Because like I had no clue Mondo was until he slipped and then I caught it. But like until we get another little slip, unless I missed it. Did you know at this point?
I think I... Okay, because I can't remember if I spoiled it for myself. I don't think I did. I'm pretty sure I just figured it out very early on. Or at least I had my suspicions very early on.
So here's my question then. And if it spoils who it is or whatever, was there a tell that I missed?
No, it was just me having a hunch more so than anything.
Okay.
There wasn't a specific thing that led me to this
Well, no.
conclusion.
Well, that's good then because at least because the Celeste one made me feel like an idiot.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I felt like an idiot. I was like, I was seduced by her charm.
No, you know what it was? I knew who the final survivors were before I got there.
Oh, that makes sense.
So there was only one possibility who it could be.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's what it was. Because I didn't spoil it necessarily, but that led me to that conclusion.
Okay.
Well, you lied to us. Plain and simple.
Oh, I need to take that out actually. I put it in. I was like, wait, I'm hearing voices.
If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious.
So she didn't know that they were switched. She just went to get her protein, found out that it was poison, maybe? Is it? Well, I mean, I don't know.
We'll see.
Because she went straight to A for protein. She didn't do anything with poison.
But why? But she would have noticed the poison was spilled, though. So clues would have been 2 sections.
Well, she would have noticed that a bottle was
Yeah.
spilled, but if she was in a rush to get her protein...
I
She
guess.
sees you run into your close friend bloody and asking for protein.
Protein, Hina.
Please, Hina, give me protein. I'm dying, Hina, I need protein.
Protein, okay!
I don't know if that's the reason, but clearly, look at the footprint. She went
Yes.
straight for the protein, grabbed it, and straight back.
That is very true.
Also, I love how this was clearly drawn in like MS Paint because you can see that like there's like multiple layers of drawing on some of them. Like on the word bottle, you can see that like when the lines overlap, it's like that thing in MS Paint when you draw over something.
No, it just means that it's slightly transparent.
Well, yeah, but pens don't do that.
I mean, that pen probably would not. However,
Yeah.
like softer tipped like markers.
But
totally
they don't.
could.
They don't look like that usually.
Oh no, this was 100% digitally done.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, correct.
The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to section A. So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A. Well, you see...
What the hell? What's going on here?
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account.
What?
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
Oh shit. Come on, of course, Kyoko.
Of course she does.
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one who gave it to me.
I did?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you of all people would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight. Ooh.
Just say it already. What is it you think you found?
I found this. Huh? A piece of glass. It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle. And the hidden clue was exposed thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you, so thank you for that.
But what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then. Makoto, why don't you explain?
What? Just It's like, oh, you don't realize this new thing that I've been thinking about but no one else has experienced? Cool, random idiot. Tell me everything that's happened. But you're the only one that knows it. You just presented it.
See, the thing is, this happens with Kyoko a lot, but the meme is that, Byakuya is like, oh, I know everything. Tell them, Naegi.
Yeah.
So it's like, literally there's a picture of like a math test, and it's like 2 + 2. Byakuya's answer is, tell them, Naegi. It's so funny.
Legit. But you could even use that for Kyoko.
Oh, yeah.
Because he goes, tell them, Naegi, but he just goes like, Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Yeah.
It's just like, I'd like to present my project at the science fair. Makoto, why don't you explain it? He's all the way across the gym. What? Come here. Sit down, explain this. What is it? Makoto, come on.
Come on. You should know this.
Pick up the pace.
Huh? Me?
Fine, if you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
The shard of light blue grass Kyoko found in the bottle
Grass?
poison.
Shut up. I can't talk today. Yeah.
Can you read it?
I did. I just did.
There's no grass in this.
A shard of light blue glass.
Thank
Kyoko found in the bottle of poison.
I think I remember now. I broke something the same shade of blue.
Shade. I said shade. I said shade after.
You said the same sharded. I sharded.
Shut up. Talk today.
I got it!
I wish I was popular enough that people would make animatics, because they'd have a gold mine with this series.
I wish I had the patience to make animatics.
It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that, so I think that must be it. You're right, it must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
Yeah, honestly, yes. How did it?
What's so strange about that? What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
What do you mean, what's so strange about that?
I don't know. Jill.
Just, yeah, glass shard in a bottle of poison. What
This is
the
Jill we're
fuck?
talking about. She
You're
said-
right, but
where was it the bottle of poison should have been when I broke the rec room window? According to what Hina told us,
the locker. Well, that would be A, right?
Yeah.
I got it!
It'd be the locker.
The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Then everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle. And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
So, the footprints might not have been to get the protein. What if the footprints were to just put the bottle back?
That's probably correct.
Smart boy.
Smart boy. You're still missing something.
I
though.
am. I feel like I should know it.
You should know it by now, probably.
Wait, hold on, you're moving too fast.
I agree, Byakuya! Either that or, again, like, this also happens sometimes where it's, like, simple information that I'm like, overlooking where that's the key thing. Like Celeste being the one to see it. Like that's very simple information, yet it's the key thing. So like I'm overlooking it. So it's probably like Aya slipped on a banana peel like halfway through and we mentioned it as a joke, but it's actually the reason. It's like
To be fair, some of it might be because you haven't played it in 2 months. So
that's also true. If it happened before did it happen today when we were just playing? The key thing that I'm missing, quote unquote?
Because to be fair, it's not like one little thing.
Well, I know, but I mean like
it's more so like a general thought process that you haven't gone through. It's more so like, okay, if this person didn't kill Sakura, and this person didn't Sakura, and this person didn't kill Sakura, who the fuck could kill Sakura?
Well, I mean, I have a feeling I know like who did it, but I'm still not piecing together like how and why it was done, that sort of thing. Because like obviously, if it wasn't Aoi and it wasn't Hiro and it wasn't Toko and it wasn't Kyoko, unless it was Kyoko, but I'm assuming it's not Kyoko and it's not Makoto. There's only one other person that's alive.
Okay.
And I mean, technically, there could be some weird outside thing. Either that or it loops back around and then Hiro actually fucking did it or some shit. But like...
Well, let's keep going.
Well, I know. So, but my concern really isn't about who did it at this point. Because I'm getting a grasp on that side of it. But it's more about the series of events, like what the footprints actually indicate. Was that her getting the protein, or was that her putting the bottle back? Or did she actually put the bottle back? And shit, you know. Did I read? No.
I don't know.
I'll grant you the bottle of poison may have well been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say that the protein was put there after the rec room was unlocked? We already know she was given the protein in protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I can remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here! Yeah, me either. Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on. How could you say that? How can you know how can you know when I don't know?
Because we're better than you.
We're better than you, Byakuya. The reason she can say that is because there's evidence. There's proof that someone brought the protein can to the rec room after it was opened. Boom, 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 boom. Right, no, it's not that. Oh, it's the other one.
Empty protein drink. Yeah, there you go.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there. So you're saying someone planted it in there after we got the door open? No, that's impossible! It had to be there the whole time! It had to be! It was the rec room was unlocked!
Wait, what happened?
You missed it. You were too late.
What happened?
You missed it. You were too late. Because that was the right one. You just missed it.
Was it the right one?
Yeah, you
That's
were
what I
just too
thought. Okay, so that's the last one.
Yeah.
This one was spinning over here, so I'm
Yeah,
just gonna...
because you were trying to hit the spinny thing and you ran out of time. No, that's wrong.
I didn't realize. I was like, oh, I could just shoot over there.
You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course, it came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it.
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass. So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate. And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab. I think the thing you're missing is the locked room.
Yeah, that's really it. I still don't understand the locked room piece of it.
Okay. Think about it this way. What's a way that the locked room can work?
I mean,
Okay, well, if Byakuya did it, how did Byakuya get the locked room to work?
okay, so this goes back to thinking about last time we played, which is tough because I'm forgetting a lot of it.
Yeah.
Byakuya wasn't with them when the door was open?
No, it was not. I don't think.
And how did he show up? He went through the door?
Yeah, he went through the door. He showed up.
Because they said what were the three ways the locked room could work? It was the room is locked with the person inside it.
There's some kind of mechanism that's used.
There's some kind of mechanism, and then the room was never actually locked. Right? Wasn't that the third one?
Well, not that the room was never actually locked, but that no.
I forgot what the rules were. Because that's probably a crucial piece of information. Because they were like, oh, well, let's rule out these ones.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I was trying to remember them because I was like, that's probably one of the ones that I need to think about.
Mm-hmm.
But one of them was like, he was in the room, and then when we opened the door, he joined us like he was a part of it, which didn't happen because he came in after. So, or no, that there's an escape.
You're getting stuck in your thinking.
No, I'm not. Like, because
No, you
or
really
is
are.
it not based on the rules of how a locked room would work?
It is, but you're getting stuck in your thinking in a very different way than what you're imagining. There's one possibility that you haven't considered yet.
And it's not one of the rules.
It's not one of the rules.
Is it that it's Byakuya? Because I'm not stuck on that. I'm just using him as my example. I'm not stuck on the fact that he did it.
No, it's something else.
Okay.
It's something related, but it's something else. Keep going. You might figure it out.
I probably will. Again, that's the thing is when I'm missing like that one little piece of information.
You have all the information.
I know, I definitely do, and I feel like I do because they're talking about it like I do.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can always sort of tell once all of the information is present, because they're just like, yeah, it's obvious. This is the reasons why these are happening. I'm like, did I miss something?
Keep going.
So let's see. If that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we would all agree she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Are you kidding me? No, hold on. No, this is why I'm mad. You know why I'm mad?
Why are you mad?
Because when we first saw her in the room, what was the first thing I said?
It was something, I forgot what was
That she killed herself and locked herself in the room. I'm literally the one who said it. But I ruled it out because of other things.
I was dying too as soon as you said, no, that can't be it. I was like...
Well, I didn't say it can't be it. I said,
but
well,
it's-
because I was convinced until we got in the room and saw shattered glass and shit everywhere. That's when I was like, it can't be it. I mean, it makes so much sense.
It does.
So then Aoi faked it so that she would get everyone else killed for making Sakura kill herself?
Well, that's one of the reasons. It's also, she'll explain later, but it's also because she didn't want Sakura to have a dishonorable death. Like a suicide.
Oh, okay. But,
Little better now? Do you understand what I meant when you're getting stuck in your thinking?
I mean, yeah, I guess me being stuck in my thinking was not assuming...
Who else killed her? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
what
because it had to be someone in the room, but it really didn't. Which, again, is just the game being like, hey, remember when you thought?
You're not wrong.
So, again, it's just Danganronpa saying, remember, you literally can't rule anything out. A flying unicorn could have ripped open the school, killed her specifically, and flew away, and that could have happened.
Yes, absolutely.